All right, let's get into it.
Welcome to the Warfighter Tobacco Podcast with me and Justin today. That's it. We have nobody else. So John's off gallivanting in Roatan.
Yeah.
He's gotten his assistant instructor license so he can help out more. He can be gone even more now. He has more of a reason to be gone for weeks at a time.
He has definitely turned his hobby into a job.
Great. Good for him.
You just got to become like a pro off-road driver now, Scott.
I know, right? Yeah. I got to turn it into helping vets though.
That's
so. Yeah, I got to start like an off-road nonprofit that helps vets get drunk and muddy.
That sounds like group therapy right there.
Yeah, there you go. I need to buy 4 side-by-sides, and I need every other week off, and then it'll be fine. No, I am glad that John's getting his instructor permit though, because I will then get scuba certified. And
fuck yeah,
the price better be right.
Have you gone scuba diving before?
I have not. No, I've snorkeled, but I've never scubaed.
I've gone scuba diving before, but only in like lakes and like the San Marcos River. Those are the only 2 places I've done it. I've never done the ocean, which thinking about it is the only way that it makes sense because everything else just sounds super fucking lame. Like
kind of, right?
Yeah. Like I get why John doesn't go scuba lakes around Texas because
I suppose when you're first getting into it, just to get more hours or get more reps in, like it would be 100% see wanting to do that, but to actually go out and like to have the potential that scuba would give you, I would think a very clear ocean would be
absolutely
the way to go. Yeah.
Do you have are you like afraid of the ocean or sharks or anything like that?
No. I mean, it helps when you're just ready to die at any time that you don't really fear stuff like that. So no, no, I'm good. I did see just an hour ago on my phone, some dude was helping this pretty good sized shark back into the ocean.
Oh,
and it killed him.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Really?
As soon as he got it in and he's kind of walking it forward, he just gets taken under. And the headline was "Man Dies Saving Shark." I don't know if you can pull it up.
That's what I always think of. Like you see him like get him into the water.
Yeah.
And I'm like, they get him pretty deep in there to where they can turn around.
Like I don't understand if the fish knows that you're saving his life.
Yeah.
What if he thinks you're not doing that? I don't know.
It's like any animal. Right. They think at all times you're trying to kill them.
Even the little sharks, like this big, just to have them latch on your arm. Like that doesn't sound pleasant at all.
Yeah. That does not sound fun.
But no, I don't think I'd have an issue swimming with sharks. I don't know that I would intentionally like go poke the bear or anything.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you on that one.
But no, scuba sounds fun. When John first got into it, there's a lot of things that we can't do simultaneously.
Yes.
Just because one of us likes to actually be here. And so we try to not do the same thing as, we used to do everything kind of all the same stuff. And then we were kind of gone together. But now that the business is a little bit bigger and we got more to do, it's nice to have one of us here.
Yeah.
But when he first got into it, I thought about getting into it then. But at that point, like every time I would go like to another country or something, I kind of wanted to more party and drink.
That's fair.
Then I did want to stay sober and scuba.
Yeah, he was talking about that where like when they scuba, as soon as you drink, it's like, you're done for the day.
Yeah.
Like,
well, not only that, but if you get drunk, it really would be, I don't think you can, and then go scuba the next day. Like,
there's like
supposed to do that.
You got to have like a break in time and shit like that, which I can understand. Like you like to have a good time.
I like to have a good time. Yeah.
That includes booze.
Right.
So
yeah. And like maybe I'll grow out of that, but I doubt it. So.
One day, maybe.
I don't know.
I'm not finding the video. The downside is there's so many of like other people like pushing sharks back into the water that I have like shark kills man and everything. I'm not finding it.
All right. Yeah. I just saw it. It was, I'm sure it'll make its rounds, but yeah.
So much for good karma.
Right.
Hey Scott, that's a nice shirt you got on right there.
You like this? So I know the designer of this shirt pretty well, and he does a good job.
Dude's a piece of shit.
Well, he might be, but he does.
That is true.
So yes, our new night shift T-shirts are, I believe, live right now.
They are. They sure are.
So
ready on the website, and we even got restocks of some of the other designs.
Yeah, you guys have been complaining about apparel, and so have we. This apparel order should have been delivered, I think, in October.
Oh wow, is it been that long?
Maybe November.
Holy shit!
Yeah, we finally got it.
Yeah.
So bear with us. We have. Let me tell you a little story about business and Warfighter and apparel. This is like our 6th fucking apparel company that has let us down.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a total trade-off. If you can find shirts that are kind of reasonable to where we can make a little bit of money on as well, then it's hit and miss like this.
Mm-hmm.
We can overpay and then make you have to buy a $30 t-shirt.
Yes.
Which is stupid, but it's done right then.
Mm-hmm.
Like they come individually packaged. Right now, Dave for the last 8 hours has been putting t-shirts in bags.
Yeah. Because
it's one thing we asked for, we didn't get, and so it takes time away from us. So bear with us on the apparel, guys. We have to switch again. So we have to find who can do apparel, who can guarantee me that they can do decent apparel affordably. Right. And maybe I'm asking for too many things. Maybe I'm that asshole. You get something fast, cheap, or good.
Yeah.
But you only get one of the two. Right?
That's very true.
In apparel, you only get one. Most other industries, you get 2 of the 3.
Yep.
In apparel, you get one of those.
Mm-hmm.
So I think
it baffles me. We were talking about this earlier about how many t-shirt makers are out there, and how many of them are just not good. I can't.
You know how depressed I was when there's literally a t-shirt place 1.5 blocks from our building.
Oh, that's right.
So I'm like, I have the solution to never having it to be expensive for freight, late, because I can just go there and be a pain in the ass.
Yep.
Right. I had all these expectations of, all right, I found a guy that's local. He loves veterans, right? The first batch of shit he did for us, like $1,200. No, I think it was like $2,200 in our trade show button-ups, 511 shirts, right? All of the embroidery was done wrong.
Yeah.
Put in the wrong
every
spot.
Single one.
Every single one.
Yep.
But at least it was late to where we missed the trade show.
Yeah.
And it was about 4 months later than that, then we finally got them all done wrong.
It fucking baffles me.
It is crazy. It's crazy.
It's like you were saying about we asked for the bags. It'd be like someone ordering cigars on our website and then they show up without cellophane. And it's like, oh, did you ask for cellophane? What? Come on, people. It's not that fucking hard.
Right. And I'm going to throw a name under the bus. We used to use Bunker Branding and it was great. Mm-hmm. They fired us because they don't do our fulfillment. They quit making our t-shirts.
Now, this was before me. Did they tell you hey, we're not doing it anymore?
They told us when we were out of everything and placed a reorder.
That's when, wow.
They didn't tell us when they made the change, when we still had product and we could switch.
Jesus.
So this is why we run out of apparel all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. We try.
Yeah.
We put the orders in so we can get the shit for Black Friday or whatever, right? And then hoodies.
Oh, good Lord.
We did hoodies one time. Very nice hoodies. That didn't work out.
Nope. That was one of those days where those came in and I was like, I'm gonna stay in my office. I just don't want to catch any strays from John or Scott because they were not.
Oh yeah,
happy.
No, let me tell that story. We did hoodies. They came in wrong.
Yeah,
we redid hoodies, and we co-branded them with something.
Yeah,
that was no longer at that point. It took so long. The thing we co-branded it with went away.
Yeah,
and then we had to throw away
so many.
Yeah, it was insane.
Apparel, yeah. As many apparel places there are, it should not be as hard as it is to get. And we're not doing crazy designs. It's literally our logo, and people fuck that up left and right. It's insane,
right? I was nervous about this one because it has 2 colors.
Yeah,
right. They look great.
They do look phenomenal.
They look great. So
they're just a little,
and they're comfy. It's a super nice material.
It is.
Even the t-shirts made in Nicaragua.
Hey.
Yeah. So anyway, they look good. They're comfortable. They're on the website. Sorry it took so long,
Yes.
but most of the apparel should be back in stock now. So,
Yes.
Yep.
But yeah, go get you a t-shirt and like a 5-pack of Night Shift or a box or whatever's there. Go get them all.
Yeah. Yep. So,
But
and that's also what I'm smoking is the old Night Shift.
hell yeah.
Yeah.
Something else. We showed up in Half Wheel again this week.
We did.
We got something new for the people. Oh, computer doesn't want to cooperate with me. There we go. Yeah, you want to talk a little bit about this guy?
Yeah. So Half Wheel hit us up and asked if we had anything new for PCA, which is coming up in April. I said, well, not really, but kind of.
Mm-hmm.
So this is our redacted cigar. And as you can see, it's, everything you need or can know about this is written right on the cigar.
Very true.
Yeah.
We're not even hiding it. Right there.
Yeah.
All the info.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So scroll down. I'll read the article.
Yeah.
On April 1st, Warfighter Tobacco Company will introduce a new event-only cigar. It's called the Redacted, and it's a 6x52 Toro. That's about the only information on the cigar we're giving you.
Mm-hmm.
The company is not disclosing any other information about the cigar, such as blend or where it's made, other than to say the cigar won't be sold. Recent Warfighter blends have come from Tabacalera Carreras in Nicaragua. Well, we will say that. It's made at our factory.
Fair.
That's not hidden.
Yeah.
I just never thought to tell the Half Wheel guys where it was made.
That's fair.
The Redacted cigar will never be sold, but will be an event giveaway exclusive, giving supporters a unique opportunity to experience it firsthand, said the company in a press release. Additionally, Warfighter Tobacco will soon announce an exclusive, unconventional way for customers to get their hand on this special release. Details to follow. So I think April 1st is going to be, and it's not an April Fool's thing, right? It's not. So we're saying April 1st, but that's just timeline, how it worked out.
Yeah.
So I think April 1st, maybe a day or 2, 3, 4 days before that, we'll start doing a lot of social media and media, and we'll talk about how to actually get these because we're working out those details as well. So, but you can't buy them.
Mm-hmm.
Can't buy them.
Can't do it.
So, and then if you're a retailer and you want to want this to be your giveaway cigar and you want us to come out for an event, there are some event requirements that we have for us to bust out the Redacted cigar.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to base it off of, it's been quite a few times that we'll get asked to go do an event.
Yeah.
For the store's first order they've ever placed of $1,500. Right.
Yep.
So now if you're a store and you're placing a $1,500 order, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
But know that I'm only going to, at best, clear $750 on that.
Mm-hmm.
Right. That's in a perfect world.
Yep.
Because we're selling them to you at a cheaper price. It cost us something to make. So out of that $750, say you're a couple thousand miles from us.
Mm-hmm.
We have to buy a round trip plane ticket.
Yep.
About $600. We have to get a rental car for 3 days, about $250. We have to get hotels for probably 2 days. So that's another, we're pretty cheap. So say $250,
Mm-hmm.
right? So now I lost money selling you that $1,500 order.
Yep.
Right.
In the hope and prayer that you're going to order more.
Yes.
Which doesn't always happen.
It doesn't always happen. And that's in the hope and prayer that you marketed an event and you got customers to show up at that event.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're not going to, no offense to anybody, but we're not going to lose money like that anymore.
Yeah.
We're going to be a little bit more selective, especially with this cigar. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to base it off of like a lifetime spend or an annual spend or a bare minimum of an event spend or a combination of a annual and a little bit lesser of amount of vent spend. So I'm not going to put those numbers out on open airways, but there's going to be some requirements for you to get these.
It's got to make sense for both.
It's got to make sense for both parties. It's and for the people who it does make sense for, they don't want me just giving them to everybody that does any little event. This cigar is a very, very good cigar.
Mm-hmm.
It's not. We didn't cheap out on this cigar because it was going to be a giveaway.
No,
we made this cigar a very good cigar. That we wanted the value that the customer receives getting this cigar. There's no value on it because we're not going to put it out an MSRP. Right? It's a great cigar.
Mm-hmm.
So we want the value to be high on this cigar. That being said, we're not just going to give them out everywhere.
Yeah.
Right. So
it's also like it's going to be pretty cool for like the consumer as well to be like, oh, like I've got to go to the event and I got that cigar. So it makes it a little more fun than just being like, oh, whether it's purchased or it's given out everywhere.
Right.
Like that's not nearly as cool. Like everybody has that thing that they kind of like put some effort into and got, and they're like, no, it means more because I had to put a little effort into. Same thing here.
Now, we're not going to say this is a limited cigar, right? Because we'll keep making them.
Mm-hmm.
However, it's going to be limited because you can't just get it. You can't just buy 5 boxes of it.
Mm-hmm.
So actually, we didn't even do a box for this cigar because we don't need to because we're not going to sell it.
Yeah.
So
the design for this one was fun though. It
was fun.
It was cool. This was I guess this is my like kind of second, other than like the quarter stuff, but like this one was cool because Scott was very much like fucking run with it. Like here's the name, go. And like I remember the first time we go through iterations, like version 1, version 2, version 6, 7, the whole 9. And I remember I had like a general idea of the band shape and everything, and I brought it, and Scott was like, oh, fuck yeah, I dig that. And that was like, it made me so happy. I was like, fuck yeah. But no, this one was cool.
No, it's I tell the story about like the first, week you started.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, okay, like we're designing. I can't remember what we were working on initially.
It was the Hero Sports.
That was your first?
That was the first one I started working on, and every now and then I come across those art files and it makes my whole body cringe. And it obviously isn't what we went with, but it was like the version 1 and 2.
Right.
And I had no idea about like how on like a lot of bands they're like leaned heavy to one side, so when it wraps around it ends up even and everything. And oh god, those designs are so terrible.
So when I hired Justin, I'm like, do you know any graphic design? And he was like, pretty much like, no.
Yeah. And
I said, well, are you willing to learn? Because you can learn on the clock. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, and so, for the first Hero Sports band or whatever we were working on, I'd be like, okay, that's cool, but change this and do this, right? You'd be like, all right, give me an hour. And then it was like, all right, give me 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And now it's to the point where I'm like, okay, change this. And he does it as I'm like talking.
Yeah.
And so you've gotten quite a bit better at that. And now just working with John and I and knowing kind of what we want, right? It's, it's easier for you. Like, we'll just give you the left and right limit and say, here, go do something. And, and then, because it's hard for me, like I have stuff in my brain.
Yes.
But it's hard to articulate it in a way that somebody understands.
Absolutely.
To put it on paper.
And it's the same thing for me. Like I can if we're wanting to do something, I can explain it to you how I know it, but that does us no good if you don't understand it. So like it's both ways. I have to kind of like, because I can be like, oh, well, the stroke outline doesn't offset to this amount. So, and it'd be like me speaking fucking Swahili.
And I'm like, like, just shade the edges.
Yeah, exactly. Like, so it's like, there's like a conversion that has to be made there.
And then there's like the way to do the files where it makes sense for production and giving them to our print people.
Yeah.
So it's, like you can get to one outcome, you have to kind of do it the right way.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's, and I think you're learning that as much as we are.
100%.
So.
Like this one was different because it was a different art file.
Right.
Like it was a different, like it wasn't AI or Illustrator. It was Photoshop. So I'm I know there are requirements that take me like 3 seconds in AI.
Yeah.
But they still have those requirements, but it's a different document type. And so I'm having to bounce back and forth with the band company to be like, if I do this, is that good enough? And they're like, yeah, we think so. And like, so it's a bunch of back and forth, but it's fucking cool.
Like scroll back up to the picture.
Yeah.
For example, on this one, it's got, some jagged edges. Well, the band company said, when we cut the die for that, you can't have them as sharp.
Yeah.
So we had to figure out then how to round them a little bit and make them less defined. Otherwise they get stuck in the paper that you're trying to pull off, then they tear and that kind of stuff. So,
and it's like a puzzle. Like they came back with that and it's like, all right, that makes sense. Like we don't want bands that when they get to the factory and they're popping them out, they're just wasting bands left and right because they're getting fucked up. Right. So it's this like game of like, all right, how do we still get the end goal, but we have to adjust off of what we already have? Like that's cool. But that's why I say this job is so fucking awesome because I get to be like a little part in the whole picture and I get to see everything like move along and everything. It's so fucking cool.
Well, it's cool too. Like we take the night shift band, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that'd be a cool t-shirt.
Yeah.
And then we got to figure out how to make it a t-shirt.
Absolutely. Yeah.
It's so yeah. Hopefully you guys dig the t-shirts. I think that it's a pretty awesome t-shirt.
I do too.
I know our night shift hat we sell quite a bit of.
Yeah, I think we may be out of stock on those.
I think probably
so, but go check.
And the apparel person that we're switching away from was also our hat person. So
yeah.
So bear with us.
We're working on it.
We'll figure it out.
Yep. But no, it's fun. We got a whole bunch of new stuff dropping today. So
yeah.
All the news on the new redacted.
Oh yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, and if you look at that presidential seal in the background there, that's my presidential seal.
It is.
Yeah.
That is the seal of the El Presidente. It's a little hard to see right there. It's a little blurry, but yeah.
No. You might see more of that in the future.
Yeah. So. Little tease. I hope the podcast listeners understand that they get like, this is probably where you get the most amount of insight into what's going on with Warfighter. As far as all the other.
Yeah, absolutely. Where else would we put it out?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like.
You can catch me off guard saying shit I'm not supposed to say.
Unless there's a bunch of random cuts in here. Then...
Yeah. John's not here to fucking hush me. So it's, it is what it is today.
Yeah. That's why the podcast is cool. Cause like it's not like we're going to type all this shit up and put it on a Facebook post.
Yeah.
Like it's fucking, you get all the extra shit here on the podcast. But yeah.
Shit, anything else? What else we got? Yeah. John's not here. So I was going to cut it a little short, but we're running at 23 minutes. So,
well, real quick, what are you doing tomorrow, which is March 8th?
Tomorrow, March 8th, which is, tomorrow Saturday is NFG. So I'm going to finish up my work day, get a little bit of sleep, and then haul ass up to Fort Worth and go to the Underground Cigar Shop.
Hell yeah.
So they're having their event. I think the tickets are sold out.
I believe they are.
Yeah. But to everybody there, I'm looking forward to seeing you all. So it should be a good time like usual.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
That was all the docket had on it today.
Yeah. I tried to get a guest in, but he was busy today. So next time. If you want to be a guest on the show and you're relevant to it, we'd love to have you.
Yeah.
If you work in the cigar industry, if if you're a veteran, or just an interesting person, like if you want to be on the show, we'd love to have you on the show.
Yeah.
Hit us up.
Give us your pit. You want to give the email?
Just info at Warfighter Tobacco would be
Yeah.
a good one to ask to be on the show if you're interested. But seriously, if you're a sales rep, if you're a store owner, if you're a brand owner, if you're, any part of the industry, if you're a manufacturer, like I don't care.
Yeah.
If you're a competitor, I don't give a shit. Let's talk about it. Let's have fun.
Just on the hunt for a good conversation.
That's it.
Yeah.
So, if you're a veteran, if you're active duty, if you're, whatever, like, if you had something interesting to say, we'll drag it out of you.
Yeah. We'll put you on a mic.
Yeah.
Fucking-
Otherwise, we'll record one and just not put it out.
That's true.
If it's,
Yeah, shoot us your pitch on why you should be on the show. info@warfightertobacco.com.
No.
And all your smoky treats at warfightertobacco.com. And follow us everywhere else. We got some more media content coming from the Nicaragua trip. I've been slow, but I'm getting it out there. So make sure you follow us not only on YouTube, social media, Instagram, Twitter. Twitter's been fucking moving, so I highly recommend Twitter. It is one of
it's X now. So.
X. That's formerly it's X parentheses formerly known as Twitter. That's my favorite thing on all the news sites and shit. But Twitter's fucking moving, and you can we can post cigars and guns, and it doesn't slap our pee-pee. So definitely go follow us on Twitter.
I should do more on that one.
Yeah, Twitter's been doing really solid for us recently, which is really nice to see. Both Meta, Facebook, and Instagram, they do not like what we post.
TikTok.
So TikTok, good lord,
Is that one even up anymore?
TikTok is still up.
Is it fading?
I mean, I'm putting the stuff that we usually put up goes up there, but it's one of those where I know any second it's just gonna get fucking banned, and I'm like, it's so hard for me to put.
Let's push the limits on X a little bit.
Yeah,
let's see what we can get away with.
Absolutely.
Yeah, if you have to do a couple special ones just as feelers, let's do it.
Absolutely. Fuck, I don't think we're gonna break any rules because there's murder videos, porn, everything's on Twitter.
Yeah, didn't we talk about this one time? We need to be nude.
Oh, yeah.
Murdering somebody with a machine gun while drinking and smoking a cigar.
Yes, just to check all the boxes.
Just to see if we can get away with it.
Yeah. This is for scientific purposes. Just slam a bottle of JMO and fucking shoot. You're just am I still here? But yeah. But shit.
Cool. All right. Yeah. Well, cheers.
Cheers.
And we'll see you all next time.
See you next time.